Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Game of the Week coverage here, NHSportsPage.com. I'm Pete Terrier, doing it live from Souhegan High School in Amherst tonight. A big Division II matchup between the Souhegan Sabres and the Goffstown Grizzlies. Souhegan comes into this one 0-2. Very much surprising because many people thought they would be at the top of the Division II standings when it was all said and done. They still may get there. They got a long way to go. Although tonight they'll have to do it without a couple of key performers. Both Zach Simmons and Tyler Ford have to sit this one out with injuries tonight. Nothing too serious. They hope to have those guys back soon. For Goffstown, they're 2-0. Other end of the spectrum, hoping to finish off this game, keep another win in the books heading into the holiday break before they reopen the regular season after the first of the year with a real tough one against Division II favorite Pembroke. We'll get back to you after the first half highlights with some halftime commentary and of course our post-game report with player and coaches interviews from the winning team of tonight's game. Once again, Souhegan and Goffstown coming to you live on NHSportsPage.com. Now to Bailey. Bailey swings around on Eichel, finds Hoffman, his three, and that one's good. Nate Hoffman buries the three, and it's 6-3. Here's Kent with the basketball. Kent gets it to Eichel. Eichel finds Kennedy down low, powers to the hole, and puts it in. And he misses the second free throw. Rebound taken down by Souhegan. Brian Dworkin up ahead to Kent. As Dworkin will bring it in bounds. Goes in deep to Len. Ball picked off though by Bars. Bars straight to the hole. Lays it up and in. Off the steal.
Basket by number 33.
Shot in the lane. His first 2 points of the basketball game, and it's a 13-9 lead. Back the other way though. Goffstown, as that ball was deflected, so he's able to go into the backcourt to get it. Here comes Jake Mount. Baseline. One-handed floater is good from Jackson and out. Rebound tapped around, picked up by Dworkin of Souhegan. Here comes Len, straight to the hole, reverses it up and in. Brandon with the basket of the game. It's 19-17. Now a steal by Souhegan. Here comes Dworkin, straight to the hole, he finishes. We'll try and trigger the inbounds pass from the baseline. Gets it into Mount. He'll take the right corner three, and he buries it. Jake Mount. Here's Mount on the steal. Mount. Nice pass across the lane to Bailey. Bailey got rejected by A.J. Haynes. To Jake Kennedy. Kennedy gets it to Len. Len lost the dribble. Gets it now in the left corner. Goes left baseline. Reverse layup up and in. Back the other way. Len's got 8 points off the bench for Souhegan, 27-23. Long straightaway three by Mount. And basketball near the Sabre logo at center court. Over to Kent. They find Kennedy down low. Nice pass from Kent. And a finish by Kennedy's got 4 in the game. 3 ball on the way. No good by White. And a rebound. The first one. And a rebound to Souhegan. Here's Len for 3 left corner. And it's good. Mount working it around, gets it over into the hands of Como. Como right baseline to Hoffman. Scoop shot with the left hand is good. 36-32 Goffstown at the half against Souhegan in our Bedford Dental Care Game of the Week. It's been a up and down ball game like you would expect when you have Goffstown playing their style of play. Another one of those 5-in, 5-out substitution type teams for Coach Justin Gorham. And for Souhegan, you got to give them credit, despite the fact that they are without Zach Simmons. They are also without Tyler Ford tonight, a couple of big-time contributors for them, both out with injuries. Souhegan keeping it close. They actually had taken the lead when Brandon Len hit a three-pointer and were tied at 21. But then Goffstown hit back-to-back threes, as you saw on the highlights, to retake command of the game. Just pointing out some individual scoring. Jake Mount, 15 points in the first half, has 3 three-pointers for Souhegan. You've got Brandon Len, who came off the bench, didn't start the game, has 11 points at the half. And Brian Dworkin doing a nice job, a front court player for Mike Heaney's team, coming in with 8 points. So we'll get to the second half highlights and our post-game commentary, our coaches and players interviews after the game. It is NHSportsPage.com. They got Marcus Haynes out there with Tim Reel, Nate Hoffman, and a bank shot by Rob White to start. And they'll go touchdown pass to Brandon Len. And he saves it in bounds to Darrow. What an athletic move. Nice pass. Oh, and what a score by Nate Hoffman. Real with it, inbounds to Mount. Quick fire three, buries it. Points in this basketball game. Here comes Len back the other way, straight to the hole. Strong drive and finish. Kelsey with it, throws it to Mount. Mount takes the three and nails the three. Minute 15 left to go. Here's Hayes. Cross-court pass to Len. Thought about the three. Nice pass down low to Eichel. Eichel with the finish. Final 10 seconds of the third quarter. Souhegan up three with the ball. Len, might as well let him do something with it here in the final seconds. Len pulls up straightaway three at the buzzer. Mount for three to open the fourth, and he buries it. Darrow straight to the hole, puts it in. Gets it into Darrow, now top of the key to Hayes. Hayes down low to Dworkin, and Dworkin buries it easy. Good. Rebound taken down by Goffstown. Real, bounce pass to Jake Mount with the finish. Three, no. Rebound though to Goffstown. Steal by Len. Trying to go coast to coast with it. Strong finish to the hole. Len behind the back with a dribble over the timeline. Brandon Len working into the lane. Nice pass to Hayes. Buries the basket. 10-point lead for Souhegan. Mount missed the three. And a rebound to Souhegan. Spectacular save by Brandon Len. 74-65. Souhegan Sabres win it against Goffstown. Off the schneid, Coach Mike Heaney and the Sabres got to feel good to get that first win.
Phenomenal. You know, and we almost kind of celebrated in the locker room like it was a playoff win because we did need that. Had to get off the schneid, get a win under our belt. Especially for there's a lot of guys who are playing their first JV minute, first varsity minutes after JV. We've got a couple transfers new to our system, so we needed that one. That was big.
And you guys did it shorthanded. I mean, you're missing a couple of your better players. Zach Simmons and Tyler Ford were injured, didn't play this game. Exactly. So it's nice that you can kind of go to your bench and get these guys some minutes, and they can actually do the job for you.
Totally agree. And, as a coach, obviously, you wish you had your best team on the floor. Heartbroken when Zach, pulled his hamstring in a scrimmage. Tyler rolls his ankle the other night up at Leb. Last night I felt like, when is the gray cloud going to, get out of Amherst? But it does let you look at other kids. And the kid we found tonight was Trey Darrow, senior transfer, brand new to our program, and he really stepped up monstrous for us. He was great. So now you hope that when when those guys come back healthy, Trey's still in our rotation and becomes a contributing player.
Well, speaking of great, everybody knows how good Brandon Len is, and another tremendous game tonight. Came off the bench and scored, I think, 26 points. Was going mano a mano against Jake Mount, who was a tremendous player for Goffstown. But talk about Brandon Len's performance.
I gave him a huge hug in the locker room, and I said, that's my man. He really led us. And where Brandon's really matured as a senior and a co-captain is there were times during the game when I thought he shot too soon or tried to do too much. And I could grab him and kind of say, that's not our best offense. That's not your best decision. And he'd just say, Coach, I got it. And when he was a sophomore and junior, maybe, he didn't grasp that as quickly. And tonight he was just a great senior co-captain for us.
And you guys going into the holiday break now. Where does your holiday tournament take you? Are you in Nashua?
We're at Nashua South, and we've got a really tough opener with Alvern, who's a really good team. But this is a great way to go into it, though.
Should be a lot of fun. Thanks so much, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
Standing by with members of the victorious Souhegan Sabres, Brandon Len and Jake Kennedy. Let's start with you, Brandon. You guys 0-2 going into this game against a tough 2-0 Goffstown team. Talk to Coach Heaney about it, but must feel really good to be able to get off the schneid and get yourself in the win column.
Yeah, it feels great. We started out 0-2. We lost to two good teams, but two teams that we can definitely beat. We were frustrated, but we weren't panicked. We knew coming to this game that this was a must-win game for us, not just for our, the record, but for our team morale. We really needed this one for a confidence booster.
Jake, let's talk about your role on this team. It's a lot different than football, but you've been a member of this team for the past 3 years and been playing big minutes and quality minutes. You obviously have a size advantage over most other players, but when you have a kid like this who can distribute the ball, and he's not just an outside shooter, he can shoot very well from outside, but he drives the lane very, very well, and when he's not finishing, he's leaving some nice passes for you. Yeah. Sometimes maybe not quite ready for those passes, but it's got to be a lot of fun playing with this kid.
It's definitely a lot of fun. You never know when the ball's coming, so you always got to be ready. When I get the ball, first voice I look here to, and first when I turn, first person I look to is Brand. Kick it out to him and let him go to work, and I me and him, Joe, kind of clean up crew when he drives and dishes, and I make him look good, and he's one hell of a player.
Well, Brandon, I talked to your coach also about that battle you had and Jake Mount going on for Goffstown. He had 30 points. Seemed like every time you would score, he'd come down and answer you at the other end. Can you talk a little bit about what it was like going up against him?
He's a great player. He's a great shooter. We played him last year, and I know he could hit shots come in. He's a better shooter than I thought. He hit some tough ones, but going into the second half, I didn't really get a chance to guard him, and I think he's a great player, but I really want a shot at him to be able to get my hands on him a little bit and shut him down. And he made some great shots. I'm not gonna lie, he's a great shooter.
We'll take you one more, Jake. Going into this holiday term, you guys are playing against Nashua South. Does that excite you I don't know if you're necessarily playing Nashua South, but you get Alvern in the first game. Does that excite you having a chance to go against some of the best from other divisions around the state?
That always excites us. We're always looking for a challenge, and this group of guys is always is never backing down from anything. Adversity, we look forward to it, and definitely a good chance to play some teams that you don't usually see, and kind of find out what we're made of, and always getting better, kind of with having nothing to lose.
All right, guys, thanks so much, Brandon Len, Jake Kennedy from Souhegan. They beat Goffstown tonight. First win of the year. They're off the schneid. 74-65, Souhegan beats Goffstown, picking up their first win of the year in our Bedford Dental Care Game of the Week. Pete Terrier back here along with John Kesty and his beautiful new video camera. Looking good, isn't it, guys? Souhegan impressive. They were actually in a real dogfight with Goffstown for most of this game, and Goffstown led for most of the first half, but a real impressive third quarter by the Sabres really turned the tide. They outscored them 22-12 in that third quarter, and they were able to keep control of the game throughout the fourth quarter and ended up winning it kind of going away, 74-65. Outstanding performance by Brandon Len, 26 points on the night. Also got some help from Brian Dworkin, who had 12 points. Jake Kennedy, who finished with 8 points. Trey Darrow, as Coach Heaney told us, transfer from Wisconsin, was also in double figures with 10 points. So Souhegan balanced scoring behind Brandon Len, and that's what they're going to need if they're going to win some games this year. For Goffstown, Jake Mount, tremendous player, 30 points in the game. They didn't have anybody else in double figures, so they're going to need some other guys to step up, but that's a good Goffstown basketball team. And they're 2-0 heading into this game for a reason. They got a couple of quality wins, including a win over Brady on the road earlier this week. So I would look for both of these teams to have a chance to go far in the D2 tournament. Once again, reporting live from Souhegan High School in Amherst, I'm Pete Terrier for NHSportsPage.com.